Hello, Living Waters. Today we are trying something new. Yes, something new. Uh, we had a lot of great feedback from our Vision Summit. A lot. and I'd say one of the themes from that was more communication, externally, internally. Some of it included more video content, as that is the way that the internet is engaging more these days. And I had a thought. I turn in a council report of our ministry every month. It's available. We have minutes posted on our board, and we have a server which people can access upon request. But I thought, in the effort to communicate more, perhaps we need to be better at telling our story. Because as the pastor, I get to see a lot, if not all, of our ministry. And we do a lot. We change lives. And so, join me. Maybe this is like a virtual fireside chat, right? Join me as you hear about the story of our ministry from February of 2023. And maybe a little peek ahead as well for the month of March. So here we go. February at Living Waters I found to be a month of new beginnings. Yes, new beginnings. I first want to say a big thank you to our new council that was installed this month. Living Waters, I ask that you continue to pray for our leaders. We've had amazing leaders through, at least since I've been here, right? They've been a great job through the hole in the wall and then the pandemic. And now in this new, strange time we find ourselves in the church, God has continued to call great leaders. And I've been very thankful for our council every year. And I'm very excited for this year's council and the work that God will call us to do. As always, I invite you to check out our council board. These are your leaders. These are the folks that we have elected. And if you have things you want brought to council, please, that is part of our communication here at Living Waters, is talking with our leaders. Vision Summit. That was probably the first big event, as it were, I wanted to bring up with the new beginnings. Certainly, this is the time, and thank you for everyone who helped make it happen, the stewardship team and our volunteers, for everyone who came and shared feedback and dreamt with us and discerned where God is calling us as a congregation. It's very exciting. I have to admit, us and the stewardship team, we met once since the recording of this, and it was a lot of feedback, which is good. But we are still making sense of everything. I think the team, we were doing well to find themes which were presented to you while I was away. But themes that we found from both the surveys and the actual day of the summit. We also have some short-term goals that the staff and I have already been talking about. The council will be talking about tonight, actually, if you're watching this on Thursday, the 9th. There's some short-term things that are easy fixes, and thank you for communicating that, because we can put them into action. And then there's those longer form ones, those places, those aspirational goals, things where we want to be, whether it's in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years. The stewardship team, myself, the staff, the council, collaboratively will be beginning to vision that, to continue the vision we all have crafted together of where God is calling us next. So we will continue to communicate what those tenets are, but then putting them into practice. An example we have coming up in March, we have an all-chair meeting where, again, we will be talking about these are the findings of the Vision Summit. How can each team incorporate more communication? How can each team incorporate using our outdoor space more? How can we, as each of our teams, better promote the ministry that we are doing and continue to tell our story? So, this Vision Summit was an important first step, but our revisioning work is far from finished. So again, if you do have more feedback, please. The worst thing that can happen is we see this as a one and done situation. Rather, this vision is continuing. Perhaps you weren't able to make the Vision Summit. You weren't feeling well. Perhaps you have feedback based on what we're doing or where you want us to go. We are still wanting that feedback, right? We can't fix problems unless we know what they are. We are in this together. We're a smaller, very close-knit congregation. We're flexible. I think we heard that a lot in the Vision Summit. We like each other, which is great, but I want you to understand, because of who we are, we want your feedback. We want you to be in this with us. We want to, wherever God is calling us, we are open to hearing that from everyone. Absolutely. And, don't be surprised if we do ask you to help out too. We're all in this together. So again, a new beginning. I'm very excited for this vision that God is sharing through each and every one of us. Thank you for being with us, Living Waters. I do want to share that the worship team is now up and running as a well-oiled machine. I have to admit, with COVID, a lot of our ministry got, for lack of a more polished term, it got messed up, right? We were running things out of my house. Yeah, God bless the staff and leaders at that time. We made it work. But as we've come out of COVID, we've had to rebuild things. And in fact, we've gotten the opportunity to build up in new ways too. The worship team, we are searching for a worship chair. And if you are considering that call, we'd be very thankful for that discernment. And if you have any questions or need any help, please, you know how to reach me. But yes, the team, though, is now functioning very well. Our council, Diane Sundberg did a wonderful job as a worship chair. She is now stepping down from that role, but she did an excellent job in kind of bridging us from COVID to now. The worship signups are strong, stronger as they've been since I've been here, which is excellent. Our council rep is very plugged in and doing a great job there too, and we have everyone now on the same page. The arts team, the altar guild, the music folk, we're all on the same page. So it's very exciting to have this team running. We just need a chair to kind of call us together. So if those are your gifts, let us know. But there is energy for this new era of church. And again, this is a team we'll be taking feedback from the Vision Summit. Worship might look a little different. In fact, maybe it might have to in this new world that we find ourselves in. It's still God's truth and good news that we are sharing, that grace of Christ, of course, right? But how we share that grace of Christ might look a little different. We might try some other new things. And that's exciting. The worship team is going to be big in planning those things. So if you are interested in being part of that, please know that you are welcome to join this team. Let me know. A new beginning often is seen in the season of Lent. As I wrote in my invitation to Lent, that you may or may not have read, Lent has not exactly been conducive to discernment and deep thought in the last couple of years. We had a global pandemic. Things have been kind of up and down. We had online Lents for a little bit there. This, I don't know, maybe you feel differently, but I feel like for me, this is the first Lent that feels normal in about 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Leaving that in. This is a new beginning. We're doing a theme called Unfinished, which is with the entire Northern Illinois Synod. It's every Wednesday in March. We've had our first 2 by the time we're seeing this, 3 to go. You can hop in at any time. The idea is that, yes, all 5 flow together in this theme of discerning who we are in this next stage of our unfinished life. However, each individual session can also be beneficial and very pray and hope that useful to you in your life. We have had good turnouts. We, of course, have the potluck dinner at 6:30 with a theme every week. And then, we explore the echo of the gospel text we heard the previous Sunday, which hopefully the pastor did a good job setting up for Wednesday. And yeah, we're taking this time together in discussion, in fellowship, in prayer, and study of Scripture to discern who we are as God's children and who God is calling us to be going forward. We've just been talking about the Vision Summit, with worship team, with all these new beginnings of Living Waters. The world has changed. Our lives are different. For better or for worse, COVID will be, that experience will always be a part of us. Perhaps God's calling us to new ventures. Perhaps God's calling us to be open to something new. Again, all this new stuff, right? So, I hope you can join us for these Lent series together. It will not be streamed, as it is very discussion-based, and we wanted it to be a safe and welcoming space for those conversations, and so we don't want to broadcast that to the entire world. Finally, I want to lift up the chili cook-off. I had said in the announcements that St. Barnabas was very good at supporting us in Jazz Night, and I really wanted us to have a good showing at the chili cook-off, as both events do support our youth going on the mission trip. They, of course, are going on the mission trip to Milwaukee in July. And you came through. We had a great turnout. And not only that, we have the champion, Joel Sawyer, winning the chili crown. So congratulations, Joel. Thank you for everyone who made chili. Thank you for everyone who came out and supported our youth. We had some raffle basket winners too, which is great. So again, thank you so much. And I'm very excited. The mission trip last year was an amazing experience. Not just for the youth, I have to say for us leaders too. It was incredible, and I'm just so thankful that we have this opportunity for the kids to go out into a new community, to learn about needs, to serve and share that grace of Christ in ways different than perhaps they have, and to see how God's ministry is carried out in different contexts. I pray that it is formative for them. I pray that that this experience is, well, as you heard in the testimonies last July, right? It changes lives. So thank you for your support of that important ministry here at Living Waters. Okay, that was February. A little peek ahead, just a little peek ahead, as we already are in March, but just real quick. We do have the Lent series going on. Lent Madness is back. The brackets will be going out this weekend when the pool is set. Mike Cryer is the reigning champion. We'll see if I can wrestle back the crown, or if someone else will become our new champion. We had a really good turnout last year. We had over 40 people in the pool. Let's try to double it. Let's get even more people. Invite your friends. Let's just fill out a bracket. It's easy peasy. We'll do it on the same platform. So if you were in it last year, you have an account. It's super easy. You could even have it autofill for you if you want, or you can pick mascots like Stephanie does. Whatever works for you. So that'll come out this week. Let's see. We do have the worship tutorial on the 19th. This is an opportunity if you have wanted to serve in worship, whether it's lighting candles or reading scripture or ushering, but you don't know how, and you don't want to sign up for something you don't know how to do. Well, this is your chance to learn. We will have this tutorial and kind of walk through each of these roles. Maybe you don't know what you want to do, but you want to help out in some way. What a great way to learn is coming out to it. Maybe give a couple a test run and then decide where God is calling you to serve. We worship is a work of the entire church. It is our collective expression of faith and giving thanks to God, and your volunteering helps us make that possible. Let's see. And we do have an RIC education event coming up on March 26th. We also have another one in May. More on that later. But yes, we have one coming up on the 26th. So pretty much you can expect from now through June probably most of June, probably like 4th of July, there's pretty much something every Sunday. So uh, expect to have something every Sunday after worship, and I hope you can join us for that education event as well. Well, I think that's it for our brief look ahead. Thank you for taking the time. This was a little longer than anticipated, but it was the first one. So please, again, we want that feedback, like I was saying. If you like this, but you want it to be shorter, um, you have some revisions for me. If you just want to tell me how amazing it was, I'll take that too. All of the above. Just trying new things. Again, if you have new ideas of how to get our message out about the great things that we are doing at Living Waters, I am all for it. So, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this, and God bless you.